I'll share. Okay. So our app is COVID 101 Crisis Management. So the problem is that COVID is a really big crisis and isn't something to joke about. When it hit in March, everybody was in quarantine and a lot of people were bored and scared. The cases were rising so much, it was becoming a really big problem. Our solution is an app that covers these aspects of COVID crisis management: precautions and COVID screening, being bored in quarantine, COVID statistics, and vaccination sign up.
Hello, I'm Walter, and my page is about what to do in COVID-19. Wear, wait, and watch. 3 W's. Stay safe during COVID. Also included a self-screening tool to identify if you have COVID. I made this page to tell people what to do in this crisis, whether start, mid, or end.
Bored in quarantine? No worries, we got your back. Bored in quarantine, seemingly nothing to do? Well, don't worry, we have what you need. In a list, of course, we have board games to play and some things to do outside. We also have a list of great video games that we recommend to you. And last but not least, we have some great puzzles to train your brain.
We also have a page about COVID statistics. This page will let you select a state and show COVID stats about that state, like cases and deaths. And then we also have a Google Maps image to show where the state is. All of this app up to this point has been what to do in COVID, but how do we end COVID? Well, of course, we have a vaccine, but the distribution process has been a challenge, as you can see from these headlines. How our app helps with this. As you have seen, the vaccination distribution process is chaotic. This app will allow you to sign up for a vaccination and will remind you when your turn comes based on which group you are in. And the groups are in the picture. Some challenges we faced was like our team was disorganized in the beginning and we all had to get on the same page, and we did that by making a doc to lay out our ideas, roles, and responsibilities. So here are some of those plannings and drafts. So now we'll do an app run through, so a demo. And here we are. So here's the homepage, and we will go on precautions and COVID screening first.
Hola, mi amigos. This page has a picture of the 3 W's. And there's a link to a COVID screening so you can tell whether you have COVID or not.
Yeah. So if we go back now, and we can go to the things to do when you're bored in quarantine page.
We can click on the video games buttons, and there are some video games to play. And we can go back and look at the outside game, and there's also some outside games you can play. And if we go back again and go to the board game page, we can see there are some board games to play. And again, at the main screen, we can see that there is a puzzle button, and we can see some puzzles to play.
Okay, so if we go back to the home page and go to the COVID statistics page, right now the dropdown is selected on Alabama, so it shows the confirmed cases for Alabama, total deaths for Alabama, and this is real live data. So, and it also has a real Google Maps page that shows you what would look where the state is just as an extra, and you can choose any state like here or like Idaho or something like that, and it will change. So we can go back and go to the vaccination sign up, and there's some buttons here, so you can select if you're one of those categories you saw on the slides. So let's say I'm older than 65, my name is Test, let's say, and then some date of birth you put in. You can press sign up, and it will say, thank you for signing up, your name, Test, date of birth, and then whatever I put in, and then your vaccination period, March to May. And that all depends on which one you choose. So last time was March to May. If I do this, then it will be July to September based on whatever you have. And now we'll show a little bit of the code. So like we have like the home screen code and some other code here for like getting the map location and like all the back buttons and for the board screen. And that was COVID 101, your place for all your COVID needs. Thank you. Any questions?
Great job. Judges, questions?
Yes, I have a question. When you had the buttons for board games and then also for puzzles, and then it actually led into a screen that might say like Monopoly, Connect Four, were those other buttons that would lead you to like the virtual, sorry, versions of those, or are those just kind of like ideas for people?
We were thinking of bringing it to like a link of the virtual page, like online version of the game, but we didn't have time. That would be one of improvement we want to make.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Awesome work. Or would you like? Oh, look at that.